Hi people, this is your boy Wisdom.
And I'm Sharona.
So welcome to WS Vibes
TV.
Yes, yesterday we made introduction video to our YouTube channel, and we promised to come up with other videos that where we're going to be talking about
our 4.5
our 4.5 years long distance relationship journey,
right?
And the things that we did, that have sustained us for those 4.5 years,
right.
And so today we're going to be looking into some of those things that we did, the principle, the essential keys that we sustain long distance relationship. So, but before then, we're also going to talk about how it all started.
Yes.
How we connected.
How we met. Yes.
Right.
So I will start to say that how Wiz and I met. We met on Facebook. We both had a mutual friend that shared Wiz's post.
Right.
And so I liked the post, and then I went on Wiz's wall, to see whatever else he had on there, because it was totally speaking my language and on the path that I was on. So I began to comment on his page and say, likes or whatever,
right.
Do likes. And then I would say the next day is when I requested him as a Facebook friend.
Right. And so that was the beginning of the journey. When she sent me that friend request, I usually like to inbox some people. Inbox people and appreciate them for the connection. Yeah, so not
right.
all, but most time that's what I do. And so I sent her a message and appreciated her for the connection, and she made it known to me that she got to know my page through a mutual friend who shared my post.
Right.
I said, okay, so that was it. Basically, that was it. That was all we said that day. And then she encouraged me to keep on doing what I'm doing, and regardless of what people say or not. The most important thing is about
speaking your truth.
Speaking my truth.
Right.
And that was it. Yes. So we started.
Right. So there was an immediate connection. When I say immediate connection, a few days later, we end up chatting on Facebook, and there was an immediate connection. Felt like we known each other forever. Right. Felt like we were always been together. That was so weird. We both couldn't understand, but we knew that there was something special. When we connected, a few days later, my profile picture wasn't even my picture. It was a profile picture of a Caucasian lady in a garden. It was a beautiful garden. And there was like this little, I would say, a little lady with wings. And so he had no idea of what I looked like at all. Matter of fact, the day I requested him, he didn't even, check to see or look through my wall. I didn't even look through his wall at all. So. Except
the messages, the posts you saw through other people's posts, right?
Just on your wall. I just seen your post, but I didn't go to your picture section.
Okay, yeah. So that was it. Or that the few days later when we started chatting, still based on I think someone else was attacking me, and there was like contradicting the things I was saying in my post, and then she inboxed and encouraged me to keep doing what I'm doing, not to get discouraged, regardless of it's normal for people to
disagree,
to attack, So and I appreciated her, and then there and there there was that feeling of mutual connect. That of deeper connection. So something like she said, like as if we've known each other before, So that was it. So we started talking, getting to know each other, and then exploring each other, and gradually, and then things started to go deeper.
And we used Facebook, and then eventually we used WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the bomb. I mean, you can use it for video chatting. But at the time when we met, they didn't have video chatting yet. They just had where you can talk on the phone for free, and you can message back and forth. But then I think like a year later, like Wiz and I, we connected mid-June is when we connected in 2014.
Right.
So it took a few months later for them to come up with a video chat.
Yeah.
So
but before then, we were exclusively using Facebook, Messenger.
Right.
And then we tried other video apps like Ovo. Is it Ovo or something? Just
like
Talk.
Just Talk.
And
Yeah.
So Just Talk was good too. And then before WhatsApp came up with video, and so it made things much easier for us.
Right. So let's go ahead, babe, and let's talk about the pillars.
Right.
Of relationship.
Like I said, when we started, there was that connection, and that connection is basically the attraction of love that is coming from the base of love within us. So love was calling deep onto deep. And so for any relationship to work, long distance relationship, short non long distance relationship, even to work, so that love has to be the foundation
of any relationship.
Right. Love has to be the foundation.
Yes.
And so for your long distance relationship to be to work, it has to be founded on love.
Yes.
And so that is the number one thing.
Right.
And I think that is one of the things that helps sustain us, strengthen and sustain us, because there is a deep feeling for each other, regardless of whatever challenges we face, that always held us together.
Right.
And then there are other things I would consider as the pillars. So after foundation, that comes pillar that thing. So communication, trust, patience,
and
honesty and openness,
yes.
humility, respect.
Yes.
This thing I would consider as
all pillars
that we strengthen and hold the relationship together.
Exactly.
And so those are the things that we looked into, things we worked on during the period of 4.5 years.
Right.
We were together. And I want to start with communication. Communication, like it's been said, is like oxygen.
Right.
Yeah. It's
a
like
necessity.
The necessity,
yes.
the air we breathe in.
Yes.
So communication is like the air that sustain, or the oxygen that keep relationship alive.
Yeah.
Right. So
life-giving.
That's
yes.
right. So, and we worked on communication.
Right. So, can I just say that when it comes to communication, that you can't talk at a person because they will not hear. And I know that's how I am. That's how he is. If we talk at each other, it goes in one ear and out the other. We're not hearing each other.
That's right.
We just babbling on and on and on.
Yeah.
Just going to town, not hearing anything. So you can't talk at each other.
That's right. And communication, is it's a bit difficult. Effective communication is a bit difficult. Communication is not just about you talking, and believing that other person understand, but there are things you need to do, things you need to know, which was one of the things we called to attention as we were journeying, and part of it was we studied each other. We looked at our internal configuration, how we were configured. And so because the way you are configured, the way you are structured internally, will also determine how you understand things, how you can be able to understand, and how it can be communicated to, and you will understand.
Right. And also how we will react to one another.
Right.
Like, for instance, Wiz know that I'm configured, he has to talk to me calmly.
That's right.
Man, whenever he's talking to me calmly, I can hear, I can think over what's being said.
Right. So that is it. You need to study each other to know the best way to communicate. And you also need to understand, to read moods, to communicate at the right time. You can be saying the right thing, but
at the wrong time.
And at the wrong time.
Right. Yeah.
You can be saying very important thing, and then you feel okay, she's not understanding me, but you are not reading mood, you're not reading the timing. It's also important.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, so that is those things need to be put into consideration.
Right.
And again,
remember you were talking about don't do forced communication.
Yeah, so you can't force understanding. When you're communicating, don't try to force understanding. Don't try to, if you feel your partner is not understanding you, if you feel your partner is not getting what you're saying or what you're trying to say, don't try to force it. Give it time.
Right.
And let
it sink
he
in.
or she process
it.
Exactly, process it.
Yes.
If you force communication or if you force understanding, that is another way of trying to manipulate.
Exactly.
You are manipulating and controlling, using manipulate and control to get, and that is not going to work.
Right.
It's not going to work.
I must say that's how Wiz dealt with me. Like, he couldn't force me to understand certain things.
Right.
He would, talk to me and communicate to me and then let it process. For some reason with me, I would hear and just listen to what he's saying. And then maybe a day or two later, it actually processed and I understood. And then I would go back to him and say, oh, Wiz, I understand it now.
Right.
I didn't pick it up or understand it right then and there. But it just, with me, I don't know if everybody else is the same way. But some things he would, try to explain to me, I didn't get it right then and there.
Right.
So I really appreciate Wiz's patience in that area,
and vice versa.
Yeah.
So there are things that she would say to me, and possibly based on cultural thing or personal, my personality and all of that, and so but when you come into a relationship, you have to learn to balance your personality. I think that is something we're going to talk in the next video about personality, cultural differences, and background and all of that.
Right.
So, those things could contribute to how you understand things, and how you perceive what is being said.
Right.
So, these things are the things we took time to study and look into, and it helped us. And like I said, give your partner time to process. Let he or she think, and then hear the voice from her, because within everybody lies the voice of truth.
Right.
The voice of truth, the guiding voice is within our heart that helps us. When you step back and think, that voice will bring to your consciousness what is the truth.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So, and that means sometimes we have to put ego aside too, in order to be able to hear that voice.
Exactly.
So, there are a lot of things involved. So, you got
to put that ego aside, big time.
That you learn to put the ego down, so you can hear the voice.
Right.
Without putting down ego, you cannot hear the voice, the guiding voice within your heart. So all these things is important. If you want your relationship to work, long distance or not long distance, these things gotta be in place.
Right. So any relationship, not just long distance.
Right.
Yeah. Can we also talk about the being honest and open? Like, wow, like that, those are true keys. You have to be honest with one another.
That's right.
You have to be open with one another.
That's right.
I feel comfortable. Me and Wiz, we're the type, if something bothering us, we're going to tell each other. Like,
Definitely.
it's no shutting our mouths.
That's right.
We're going to say, let each other know. So we don't have, I'm not, trying to build this up, but just, if you have those issues in your relationship where there's no openness, no honesty,
right,
you have to make that relationship where as though each partner feels comfortable in expressing and sharing.
Right.
It may be something private. It may be something detrimental. It may be something, a mistake they made within your relationship. They should be able to come to you and say, babe, I made a mistake. I did this. Keep that communication, honesty, and openness. That is so key. And it also make that bond even closer, because you be like,
right.
Wow,
right.
This person, my mate or my partner came to me. Mm-hmm. There was times during our long distance relationship, whereas though I felt like, gosh, like, I want you home. Mm-hmm. I feel weak. Now, not to say, no, I didn't go looking for anyone, but how you just want that physical contact.
Right.
And so when I say that probably maybe the second year is when I was really experiencing that, going through that transition.
Yeah.
It just that second year where, it was like different times. I'm like, gosh, I just wish, I'm not saying that I didn't wish he was here the third or fourth year, but
at that point in time, it was more intense.
Right. It was more intense. Yeah. Like I was going through this process or trial, whereas though I felt a little weakness there.
Right.
And I would let him know, I'm feeling weak right now.
Right.
I need a touch. I need something.
That's right.
But I do want to let you guys know that through the 4.5 years, I did go over to Africa to visit Wiz.
Yeah, three
different times. Yes, including last year. Right. Now he's home. He came home. December of last year, 2019. So.
Right. So it's that's one of the things you have to make yourself be free to each other. Make yourself the best of friends, where you can freely share your heart without a fear of what will come out of this. What would where she can pour her heart, how she feels,
and vice versa.
Right. If you shut her down, or if you shut him down,
then he ain't gonna want to share, or she's not gonna want to share.
So that is where secret starts creeping in relationship.
Keeping secrets, secrets. Right.
Put yourself in a position where you are best friends to each other.
Right.
Where you can easily share whatever, anything.
Yes.
Without holding back.
Right.
So those things help create more bond, solidify the relationship the more.
Right.
So it is important. And the issue of trust, at some points too, we experience
insecurity.
That insecurity and trust issue. So, but when we look, like I said, it is always good to step back and look within to know why
are you feeling that way
you feel,
Right.
And when we looked deeper, we discovered not necessarily because anything was happening, or because of
past
a hangover, like what I would say, hangover, carry over from from our past relationships.
Right.
So the things we experienced in past relationship was coming up again, and then it was coming up because we needed to deal with it.
Right.
So when things come up,
you got to deal with it.
You got to look deep into it. It's coming up when things mirror itself, or maybe through your partner. Things mirrored, and then you begin to see those things. It comes out because there's need for you to deal with it.
Exactly. You can't just cover it up and just move on. You got to, as issues come up in your relationship, you have to deal with it. And that's how we are. We hit things head on. Like, I mean,
truthful about it.
Exactly. Yes. We are truthful.
Don't try to be Superman or Superwoman in your when there is a place okay, this is it, accept, and then deal with it.
Exactly.
Don't try to cover, because ego will make you want to cover it and say no. So, but humility, you will look at it and then, okay, this is what I need to do. There are times, action have brought out the anger in me,
or vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I know, okay, this is I need to deal with this. I need to deal with anger. This is something in me that I need to come to balance. And so, exactly. So I became conscious of it. And then over time, I started experiencing balance in those areas.
Right.
That is not to say that I don't get angry, but I get angry when I need to get angry, not unnecessary.
Right. Yeah. So, like, because we all, you know, may have triggers, like something that your partner or mate did to trigger something in you to get angry.
Right.
And you have to look at yourself and like, okay, why is this making me angry?
Yeah.
I mean, it may be legit.
Yeah,
however,
right.
You discuss it.
Right.
But if it's something from a past hurt and your partner isn't doing anything,
right,
but you, because of what you've gone through in past relationships, that's something you need to heal within inside of yourself.
That's right. That's right. And so openness also is, like we said, openness. And then be sincere. Don't create a false personality. Try to be who you are not just to please your partner. Don't try to conjure a false personality of yourself.
So don't be fake, basically. Don't put a mask on. Be who you are.
Right.
And that's one of the things I loved about our relationship. I could be who I am freely.
Right.
And he accepts me, and vice versa.
That's right.
Like, I don't have to put on airs or make myself project this way or that way.
Just
like,
so it makes me feel happy or whatever.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, of course, you know, we respect each other, we love each other, and we, you know, do what makes each other feel good. But I'm myself.
Right.
You know, right. I could express and tell him how I feel, or I can, if I feel like dancing and just get up and grooving, you know, he look at me, we would have danced and groove together, you know, so, you know, we're just having a great time. We're happy that we're together now,
right.
You know.
That's it. So that's it. We don't want to prolong this video. We're going to stop here, and then in the subsequent video, we're going to talk about some of the other aspects and other things we put in place, exactly, like cultural background, personality difference, you know, different upbringings, right. How we're able to look at these things from right perspective, things like culture, things like personalities, and different upbringing have to be looked with the right perspective. If you don't, then it's going to create tension in your relationship,
right?
And possibly you end up saying you're not compatible. Whereas those things are the things that you know, interjecting or disrupting, right. Because it's not handled the way it's supposed to be handled,
right? So
that is it. We're gonna stop here now, and we want to say thank you for watching. And,
but before you guys go, do not forget to subscribe.
Right.
Do not forget to like. You know, if this video has helped you in any possible way.
And the notification button too.
Yes, so the notifications, so you'll know the next time another video comes along. Also, share this video, share our YouTube channel with others. This is not just for long distance relationship. This is for relationships in general, and also life.
Right.
We're going to be talking about life.
Right.
You know, talking about some issues. And also make some comments, and we would love to hear your comments about our video. We will respond back.
Right.
Yep.
So thanks for watching.
One more thing. Also, I'm sorry. Follow us on Instagram. That's WS Vibes TV. And also follow us on Facebook, WS Vibes TV. Follow us, okay?
Right.
See you next time.
So thank you all. Love you all. Peace.
Peace.
Bye. Yeah.